Hi everyone, welcome to this first video for Math 70 online. My name is Peter Banworth Carrillo. I'm the instructor from this course. I'm putting this video together to help orient you to Canvas, which is where you will be doing 95% of your work to support your learning. Please watch this video and come back to it as necessary to help you succeed in the course. So when you first log into Canvas and you get to your dashboard, click on this course, Math 70, and it will take you to our homepage. The homepage has 95% of the links and the content that you're going to need for your learning. I'm going to talk first about the course information tab, which has the syllabus, a course guide, and some tools to support you. And by the time you actually go to the course, it'll have this lecture video or this video posted in here as well. So first, a look at the syllabus. This is our course. This is our CRN. We meet online, so we have no scheduled meetings. My email is right there. And if you want to schedule an appointment with me, you can click on my Google Calendar app and schedule a 20-minute Zoom appointment with me. You will need the textbook, Elementary Algebra by Toby Wagner, apologies. You will need a calculator. You can use a graphing calculator, or you can use Desmos.com, which is a website, an online app. And what I recommend you don't at this point go out and buy a graphing calculator. I recommend you use the free website, Desmos.com, and I'll show you how it works later in this video. Skipping down to grading criteria. So your grading has three components. 20% of your grade is your online homework. 30% of your grade are online quizzes that you take on your own time. And 50% of your grade is a comprehensive final that must be taken in person at the Chemeketa Math Hub or at one of our centers in Yamhill Valley Campus, Woodburn, or Dallas. The quizzes are closed note. You cannot use all your notes. You cannot use the textbook, but you can prepare a double-sided 8.5 by 11 sheet of notes. What I would recommend is as you prepare that sheet of notes, prepare for the quiz, and keep in mind, you can also use what's useful from those notes on your sheet of notes for the final. The quizzes are given using MyOpenMath, which is our online math homework site. You will take them on your own time. As I said, close notes, but you can use a calculator or your phone as a calculator or the computer. Desmos is fine. You can take the quizzes as often as you want to obtain the grade you want. So you can take quizzes again. You'll keep your best score. The quizzes are open throughout the course until the day before the final exam. For me, my recommendation is to treat these quizzes as opportunities to practice what the final exam will be like, where you don't have textbook, you don't have open source internet to support you. You have your calculator, your note sheet, and you are doing the work. Because that's what the final exam is going to be like. It must be taken on paper in the Math Hub or an alternate location where you will have access to one 8.5 by 11 sheet of notes and a calculator. The final exam has a window, Monday, December 8th through Thursday, December 11th to take that. I haven't talked about homework yet. Let me hop back up. All your homework is done on MyOpenMath, which is an online homework system. It's graded automatically. You have as many attempts as you want to complete the homework to your satisfaction. That can either mean the same question. If you get it wrong, you try it again, or you can request a similar question. Homeworks and quizzes both have due dates to help you stay on track, but you can complete homeworks and take quizzes after those due dates for no penalties. Here's our course calendar. You can glance over it, but mostly you'll probably be using the modules in Canvas, and this information is all just repeated in the modules. That's a brief look at our syllabus. The next file here in the course information tab is the online course guide. This is how I am recommending you schedule your study time over the course of a week. A little bit of information. I will be uploading lecture videos for you to watch about each of the topics. Monday evenings of the week that we're covering it will be the latest, just in case I have a crazy weekend, but I'm trying to get videos up in advance. My advice is to try to get 100% on all your homeworks and all the quizzes by doing the work yourself. If you just use outside resources to get 100%, you're not learning. But if you are working the questions yourself, and if you are missing them, try them again. If they're not making sense, connect with me or a tutor. Chemeketa has online tutoring to help you understand what you're missed. Start your assignments soon and come back to them throughout the term. Here's my recommended weekly study plan. Mondays after around 4 p.m. Or at any time when the lecture videos are posted. Watch maybe the first half of the lecture videos, taking notes on your own paper. The next days, Tuesday and Wednesday, work on those online homeworks for the Monday content. Wednesday, come back to some new content, watch the rest of the videos. Thursday and Friday, complete the rest of the homeworks. When we have quizzes, take some time to prepare your 8.5 by 11 notes pages. And in generally prepare for the next week on Saturday and Sunday by completing any work you still have left. And there's our course calendar again. So if you follow this pattern, planning on working mostly Monday through Friday with Saturday and Sunday as a way to catch up, you can cover all of the content for the week. We do move quickly. There are lots of weeks when there are 4 sections from the book that are covered. A couple weeks where there are 3 and a couple weeks where there are 2. But in general, the course moves pretty fast. So you really need to stay on top of your learning. All right, that's the course guide. There are 3 more links here. There's the Desmos online calculator, a link for scheduling my office hours, and a link for scheduling your final exam through the Math Hub. Let me show you how the online calculator works real quick. This is Desmos. You'll see it also in some of my lecture videos. Incredibly flexible online calculator. It works as a basic calculator. 3 times 5 is 15. But you can also do functions and equations, and it will graph them for you automatically. And then often you can click on frequent points. You can drag and visualize your information in a graphical form. It's a very powerful calculator. In this course, we'll use only some of the most basic functions, basic abilities of the calculator. You can show the keypad down here with the keypad. And then, for example, if you want to do 3 squared, you can do squared by holding Shift and press 6 to get the little caret sign. 3 squared is 9. But since you couldn't see that, and you might not know what to press, if you type in 3 and you come over here to the a squared, it'll put the a squared in. If you want 4 raised to the 3rd power, you can put the a to the b and put a 3 in like that. So as you work through the course, I encourage you to use this for the arithmetic that you need a little bit more support on. Graphing would be a great idea. A lot of times, anytime you have an equation or a function that you want to understand, seeing it as a graph can be very useful. And you can use this on your quiz, but again, the honor system, just use it as the type of calculator you'll have on the final exam. Use the numbers function to help you with arithmetic. If you graph everything on the quiz, you're probably not going to get as many opportunities to learn as you need in order to be successful on the final. Okay, that's the graphing calculator. Those are the other 2 links. And now we are here in week 1. It is week 1. Whether you watch this video or not, it's time to get started. I have 5 lecture videos. The notes will also be posted in this section. Everything I write down in my lecture videos, I will post as PDFs. I just haven't gotten to it yet because I'm not around a scanner. Once I get to a scanner, I will post PDFs of all these notes. So you're going to want to watch these videos, take notes, use my notes as a secondary resource, use the textbook as a secondary resource. Once you've done that, your assignments are listed below. Actually, that one's supposed to go up here. I'm just going to move this here now. This is an online course, which means I need you to submit an assignment during the first week. And so your assignment that is due on Thursday is the first week survey. You need to complete this because if you don't, I'm required to drop you from the class. It's just 4 short questions. And then you have, this week you have 5 MyOpenMath questions. If you click on the link, it will tell you to open it in a new browser window, and it takes you to the MyOpenMath platform. Start the homework. This one is just about how to use MyOpenMath. So in general, you put an answer in and you submit the question. If you get it right, you get a green check box and you're going to keep going. If you get it wrong, list all the positive even numbers less than 10. Oh no, I didn't get it right. I got it partly right because I had 2 and 4, but I didn't get it completely right. Let me try it again. Let me think it said odd instead of even. X means I got it totally wrong. If I'm totally stuck on that question, I can get a similar question, which usually is the same type of question with different numbers. And you submit a question and you keep moving on. Your progress is saved as you go, and your grade is transported. It's sent to Canvas, so I'll be able to see how you all are doing on your homeworks. Students with missing homeworks or homeworks with low scores, I'll be reaching out to offer additional support. And that's week 1. This week, do your survey, do your first 5 homeworks. Week 2 is more of the same. Here are your video lectures. Here are your assignments. Week 3, I don't have the videos posted yet. The assignments are there. Week 4 is your first quiz. I'm going to change that due date. That due date's okay, December 8th. I'm going to change all of these due dates now that I'm looking at it to give you a little bit more guidance. But remember, there's no penalty for late work. So by quiz 4, by week 4, you should be taking the quiz 1 because it covers chapters 1 and 2. And that's how the weeks will roll all the way until finals week. Okay, thanks for watching this video. Remember, you can email me or schedule an online office hour with me using this link here. And I'll see you back for our first math content videos.